going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to go over the cheapest ways to get the Campus Hero 2 champion sets done. That's Brian Arakpo, Percy Harvin, two of the best cards in the game right now, and we got all of the methods. We broke down all of the math for you guys so you can make the best decision for your MUT team. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, if it helps you out, help me out by smashing that like button. Let's go ahead and get this video to 300 likes. We're going to set an easy goal for you guys. I know you'll knock it out of the park. And also, if you guys are brand new here, you've been searching around YouTube for MUT 22 content, whether it's for Campus Heroes, or you want to make your team better, or you want to make coins, be sure you found the right channel. Be sure to click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on as well so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Let's get on into it. A lot to go over. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm probably going to be looking down a lot in this video because we wrote down a bunch of different numbers, broke down a bunch of different ways to get these sets done so you guys can take advantage. So the goal here in this video is to either get Percy Harvin or Brian Arakpo. In my opinion, Percy Harvin might be the best wide receiver in the game. He is only 5'11", but he's still a really good card, fastest wide receiver in MUT, good route running, good catching. Arakpo looks pretty good, but I don't think he's worth the price tag, and I think Harvin is more valuable when it comes to the two cards if you're going to compare them. But some of you might want this card for theme team purposes, or you just want to get him because you're a Brian Arakpo fan, or you need a new pass rusher. You know, everybody, is going to have a different kind of journey for their MUT team, and hopefully this video helps everybody out, even no money spent players. Now, prices on cards are always going to fluctuate, and by the time maybe you're watching this video compared to when I'm recording it or another person is watching, the prices could change and be different, but we're still going to use the math here to make the most sense. These champion cards I wrote down are roughly selling for about 340k. Now, I feel like I'm giving myself a little bit of a buffer here because most of them, are going, there's a couple snipes right here. We could use the term snipes loosely, but on average, I'm going to say about 340k. If two people buy these cards and we're at 346, you get the point. So we're going to use just a nice number here of 340,000 coins for Harvin or for Arakpo. And that means if you were to sell that card after tax, you would get 306,000 coins back. I know that doesn't make sense right now because the video is talking about how to get these cards and not sell them, but we're going to need to know that number later. So right now, normal price, Arakpo, Harvin, 340k, after tax, 306k. The goal of this video, cheapest way to get the set done. So the first way to go about it is just to buy the cards that you need, okay? You need 3 94 overall Campus Hero 2 cards, and those right now are going for about 175k. Now again, prices may fluctuate. They're at 180 right now. I'm sure they'll be down to 175 at some point, and they might even get cheaper than that. So we're just going to use a nice number of 175. So if you had to buy all 3 of these cards at 175k each, that's going to total 525,000 coins. I knew that because I was good at math. Now, what would that 525,000 coins get you? Well, anytime you complete the Harvin set or the Arakpo set, for Harvin's sake here, you're going to get the Percy Harvin card. You're going to get his power up. You're also going to get a fantasy pack, and that fantasy pack is going to let you pick any 3 of the 94s that you want. There's 10 total. You get to get 3 of them. Now, you can get one of those 94s free from solos. They cannot go into these sets, but the reason that I bring it up is, number one, it's a free card, so go play your solos. We talked about in our video earlier this morning. If you missed that video, go check it out. It's going to be down below in the comment section as a pinned comment going over how to get one of these 94s for free. Number 2, yesterday we put out a video going over all of the 94s and the best ones out of the 10 that have come out. Now that video is important, number 1, because you can make an informed decision on the best one to pick from your free pack from the solos. But number 2, if you do this set, you get 3 out of those 10 cards. You guys want to pick the best possible 3? Go watch that video. You get more than 1 in this situation. That video is going to help you make that decision. So back to our math here. If you bought 3 cards at 175k each, that's a total of 525,000 coins. What are you getting for that 525k? Well, you're getting the Percy Harvin, which is about, we're going to value him at 340k, and that means the other 185k that you spent is essentially on those 3 net cards, And if you divide that number by 3, the 3 net cards that you're going to get, the 185 is like the leftover if we value Harvin at 340. That means those 3 net cards are about 61k each. And that's a pretty good deal, right? Because even though they're net cards or NCAT cards, the normal price of them is 175k each. I'm telling you, you're getting 3 of them at 61k each. So again, for 525k to get Harvin, his power up in 3 NCATs, I think that's really, really good. That's great value. There's 4 good cards that you can put on your team. There's a lot of good options out of those 10 cards there. So just simply buying the 3 cards, doing the set, picking the best 3 for you, and getting Harvin is a W in itself. So option number 2, and let me rewind way back to the beginning of MUT 22 when we got the first Campus Heroes promo. That card featured 89 overall hero cards with a 91 overall Reggie Bush champion card. There was a method basically to buy this pack that guaranteed you the 89s, and you could buy enough of them to complete the Reggie Bush, and it was cheaper to go that route. We also saw that method work with the Ultimate Kickoff promo, and there were a couple others. But lately, I think EA has been a little bit better at their math, and this method is not as good. So what we wanted to investigate here, and we got the numbers for you to break them down, is what if we bought enough training to open up this 94 Campus Heroes player pack 3 times? Because it's going to give you a random 94. You can put any 94 in the set that you want for Percy, Harvin, or Brian Arakpo. What if we open it up 3 times? Can we buy training cheap enough, cheaper than buying the 3 94s off of the auction house at 175k? And the quick answer is no, it is not. So this pack costs 21,000 training. That would mean that you need 63,000 training to open it up 3 times. I knew that because I'm good at math, okay? So what is the average cost of training right now? Well, if we take a look at MUT.gg, it's basically about 9 coins per training point. Yes, you can get 89 overalls at 27.9k, and that's going to equal 8.84, but I promise you it's probably going to be tough to find those right now consistently at that price. And like I said, prices will fluctuate by the time person A, person B, and person C are watching this video. So I'm just going to use a number of 9. So if we take 9 coins per training point, which I would say is the lowest average right now that you can get training at, and we multiply it by 63,000 training, which is the amount of training you need to open up this pack 3 times, well, that's going to total 567k. So essentially, you'd have to spend 567,000 coins on training to get this pack opened up 3 times. That's more expensive than just buying the 3 cards that you need at 525,000 coins, okay? So then I said, well, what if you can snipe and get training at 8 coins per training point? Well, in that case, 8 coins per training point times 63,000, again, that's the number of training we need to open up this pack 3 times. Well, that would total 504k. So now we're a little bit cheaper, but that's 21,000 coins cheaper. And the time and pain and stress it's going to take for you to get 63,000 worth of training at 8 coins per training point right now when you're trying to beat out everybody else who's trying to get cheap training, it's just not worth it. So at the end of the day, the cheapest and best way right now is to buy the 3 94 overalls right off the auction house at 175k or under and complete the set that way. Since we figured that out, you might be thinking that's the end of the video. It is not. There's some other things I want to go over with you. Again, we're using all the math possible. A lot of people are rolling this 85 plus pack. I opened up 52,000 worth of training on my main account, and I got 194. Now, I'm seeing on average people are probably getting one every like 25 to 30,000 training. And I think this pack should be a little bit lower in price. I don't think EA is going to change it. Maybe they will, but when you think about it, this bow nose player is an 85 plus, and it's only 19, a little under 2,000 training. This one's an 85 plus, and it's 2.7k. So this price on this pack is a little bit more than it should be, okay? If you want to roll it, that's fine. Have fun. But I want to let you know, right, if you roll this pack and you pull a 94, you can either keep the 94 for one of the champion sets, you can sell the 94, or you can keep the 94 for your team. But when it comes to the 85s, if you're opening this pack and you're thinking, For every 94 I pull, I'm going to put in the champion set, and then I'm going to use all the 85s and put them into the set that requires 30 of them. Because remember, to build a 94, it takes 30 85s. Well, the smarter thing to do here is to sell those 85s instead of building out the set. So if we take a look at the auction house on these 85 overall Campus Hero underclassmen cards, right, they're roughly selling for about 9,500 coins. Now, there's going to be a few here that if there's going to be a few exceptions, put it that way. And if you filter down by team or specific player out of these 85s, you're going to find them even cheaper. But there are people out here that are paying 10K for these cards, okay? So what I did is I did the math and I said, if you sell the 85s at 9,500 coins each, after tax, that's going to turn back 8,550, so 8,550. So basically, sell the 85s at 9.5K, you get 8,550 back. If you take 20 of those at that price is basically the equivalent of the cost of a 94. So what I'm telling you is instead of collecting 30 of these, the smarter thing would be to do is to sell 20 of these 85s at 9.5K. That's going to bring back enough coin to you, even after tax. It's going to bring back about 175K to you. You would just then turn and use that 175K to go out and buy one of the 94s rather than build it, because building it takes 30 when you only need to sell 20 to make back that same coin to go out and buy one of these cards at 175K. And we showed you earlier, that's on average what they're going for. And my final method for this video, and this is a really good tactic for no money spent players here, is to build out the set at 525K, again buying the 94s, 3 of them at 175K each, and actually selling the champion card. So basically doing the Percy Harvin set, and if you spend 525K on it, you sell that Percy Harvin. Remember at the beginning of the video we said about 340K. If you sold him for 340K, that's 306K after tax. So if you take 525, which is what you spent, minus 306, which is what you get back from selling Percy Harvin or Brian Arakpo, that leaves you with a total amount spent of about 219K. Now that 219K basically is going towards the 3 end cats that you get to keep from completing the set. If you divide that 219 by 3, that equals 73K. So what I'm telling you here is that if you do this set, you sell the champion, you keep the end cats, you're getting those 3 end cats at 73K each. Those cards, when they're not end cats, are valued at 175K each. But to get them for 73K each, I think is a pretty good option. And a lot of you no money spent players can use 3 of those 1094s to build up your squad. I mean, there's a good running back. There's a good quarterback in Sam Bradford. LaRon Landry is one of the best safeties in the game. Ahmad Rashad, a very fast, tall, good route running receiver. Bruce Matthews, the best center in the game if you want to beef up that offensive line. Billy Joe Dupree, a tall tight end. 91 speed's a little bit low, but still pretty good. Brandon Spikes stinks. Anthony McFarland's one of the better defensive tackles in the game. Brad Van Pelt, solid card, could be a glitchy user. He's like 6'5". Jack Tatum, good strong safety. What I'm getting at here is that there's enough cards. There's 3 out of these 10 cards can fit a lot of your squads. Unless you got a God squad, you don't need to be watching this part of the video. If you're no money spent, you want to increase your team, go get this set done for as cheap as possible. Sell the Percy Harvin, pick your 3 end cats, build up the squad that way. You're getting them a lot cheaper than buying them outright. And later on down the road, when they're not usable anymore, you can probably quick sell them and use them towards another promo. This is a tactic on my no money spent squad that you're looking at right now that I use for Ultimate Kickoff, that I use for the first Campus Heroes. I've used it for quite a few promos, and it's helped me build up and keep the squad relevant for a very long time. That's all we got. Hopefully one of these methods is going to help you guys out. Let me know which one you did down below in the comment section. And thank you so much for tuning in to another video. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.